Hey everyone, it's Charles. How are you today? Mission complete. Yes, that is me with a Pokeball and a shiny thing in Japan with a soon-to-be 3D waifu. But how and why we actually got to this point is a pretty interesting story in itself. And it's also really weirdly closely connected to Pokemon, and it might make you think about love or life differently, or even help you in your own smoochy quest. So stick around to see how I ended up overcoming years of failed romances, broken hearts, and soul-crushing sadness. To pop the big one, nailing the critical hit for that 1 HP Duskball capture, and what it might mean for you. But first, 2 quick and juicy nuggets. 1, Weiwei and I did a Pokemon anime life Q&A with the questions you all sent in, and I'll drop it over the weekend, so look forward to that. 2, with Valentine's Day just over the horizon, you will want to elevate your game to peak game. To lock down that special someone or simply spice up your love life with fresh sensations. And the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped, has got you covered from head to toe. Yes indeed, you can unlock your untapped mojo by looking fresh, smelling fresh, and keeping those juicy smackers moist with the Ultimate Premium Collection from Manscaped. The Ultimate Premium Collection packs 5 formulas into one convenient package for a 5 steps in 5 minutes routine to help guys save money and time. And those steps, well, gentlemen and ladies who are into men's care products, let me walk you through these steps myself. Step 1, hop in the shower and revitalize the look and feel of your hair with the Manscaped 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. A hydrating formula infused with coconut water, green tea, aloe, turmeric, and sage. Step 2, pump the Manscaped body wash into your cloth or loofah and enjoy a scratchy scrub down that hydrates to perfection with a luxurious blend of aloe vera and sea salt. It smells pretty damn good. Step 3, rinse, dry, and apply Manscaped Hydrating Body Spray, a moisturizing spray-on lotion that will keep you as smooth as hot butter all day long. Step 4, slap the Manscaped deodorant into your pits to give you that little extra zip on that big date with an aluminum-free, stain-free BO killer scented with refined cologne. Oh yeah. And step 5, pucker up and apply the Manscaped Lip Balm, which brings together vitamin E, peppermint, and eucalyptus oil to soothe, hydrate, and seal in moisture so that you can grand slam every one of those smoochy smoochers. 5 steps, 5 minutes, and you will be ready to get out there and crush it, so go get 'em, Tiger. Just hit the Manscaped link in the description below and use the promo code CHARU20 for 20% off plus free international shipping on your own Ultimate Premium Collection. You can even opt into the Manscaped Peak Hygiene Plan to have your mojo-making formula replenished as soon as you need it to be, with kits delivered directly to your door, hassle-free. So thank you, Manscaped, for keeping me more appealing to the senses from head to toe. Have fun upgrading your yummy factor with all these goodies. And with that said, give that like button a little smooch for the YouTube algorithm, and let's get back to the story. So, as I was saying, the story of how I ended up as a screechy Pokemon/anime YouTuber, who is soon to be a married screechy Pokemon/anime YouTuber, engaged to a boss bird who may be even more of a filthy otaku than me. Well, Weiwei and I met back in 2019, and I immediately knew that she hit different. But first, to peel things back one layer further, at the time I had recently gotten out of a 3.5-year relationship that wasn't going anywhere, and I was trying to figure out what had gone wrong. Again, as my teens and 20s were an era of failed romances, broken hearts, and quite a bit of fun. But as time slips away on us, you probably want to hit the right formula for long-term romance before you disintegrate into that aging party boy caricature or end up marrying a Hatsune Miku hologram. Basically, I realized that the failures came down to 2 things. 1, a mismatch in interests, and 2, a mismatch in values and ideas about how to function together as a couple. And I realized I would have to carefully deconstruct my own values and interests to paint a really clear picture of the type of girl who I would want to be with for the long term. Because at this point, based on Monster Balls full of experience, having a strong long-term game plan seemed better than going out, meeting the gals, hitting it off well enough, and only realizing the mismatches way down the line, after plentiful heartache and sadness. Setting the discussion around our specific values aside, on the interest side of things, I knew I wanted a girl who was deeply into anime, games, and other otaku things as I am, who was also grounded, responsible, and positive, and not a psycho Gengar girl. Yes, that is a thing here. So that considered, I took my mask off to openly lay out my values and interests into a profile on a Japan-only Japanese language language dating app because I live in Japan. And one of the slick features of this app was that you could search for people by interests. No, not just meaningless Instagram profile stuff like cooking or wine or movies, but you could literally search for people right down to the very specific anime or games or bands or whatever other specific thing around which you wanted to make connections with people. Basically, you could circumvent a lot of needless small talk and wasted time by finding those exact people who wanted to talk about the ending of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, or the reason why Ash Ketchum never ages or realizes that he is probably the star of a harem anime. So in addition to a pretty frank description of what I was looking for, I pumped my profile full of anime and games that I liked, and I got to work. And about 200 kind of interesting, but this girl kind of gives me weird vibes or seems a bit needy or depressing, and so on, conversations deep. I was looking around in the Pokemon group, and then all of a sudden, bam, I bumped into a girl who surprisingly was not Japanese on this app of basically all Japanese people, but who could speak Japanese fluently, and we started talking about Pokemon, about swine things, about Game Boy, about anime, and pretty quickly we set up our first date, which was the first date in ages upon which I wasn't dying inside and just looking to get home and catch up on manga, and the rest is history. And from the beginning up until now, Pokemon has been a very fun and special part of our relationship, and I've thought a little bit about how exactly Pokemon did become so special to us, and how being nothing more than an anime, game, card, multimedia franchise, it somehow ended up getting us together. And I realized that it wasn't because of that Pokemon group on Payaz that we actually got together, but the product of the day I stopped caring about trying to fit in with people who think it is weird that a grown man still likes Pokemon, or even caring what they think. Of all the days I spent playing the TCG, the games, and watching the anime with friends over the years, and more than anything, that one morning back in the late 1990s, when my parents bought me a copy of Pokémon Red, and I embarked on an adventure that would open doors to new fun, new friendships, new hobbies, a ton of money spent on cards that I probably should have invested in stocks, and side careers, and a new life of love. It really is completely insane how little things like receiving a small plastic cartridge as a gift can impact your life in big ways, and how the ripples of those events can come back to hit you time and time again later in life. So thanks to Pokemon for getting us together, and thank you to Weiwei for being the best and most supportive and most wonderful woman I could ask for. To be honest, the past few months have been kind of rough in a number of ways, but I do count my blessings every day. The Weiwei, the good people around me, Curry Rice, the ability to grind on YouTube and connect with so many awesome people like you, and, you know, all the small things. Anyways, to sum up the key points I've taken out of this wacky Pokemon to Proposal adventure, which are basically just 3 different ways of looking at the same point. 1. Be yourself and wear your interests and passions on your sleeve, or you just end up connecting with all the wrong people, and these mismatches, whether they are romantic or platonic, eventually catch up with you. 2. Don't settle for what is simply comfortable if you and your partner aren't actually well aligned, or aren't genuinely enjoying your conversations and time together. And 3. Before dipping the ladle in for that one that just looks so good, and before the hormones start popping off, and before you get lost in the excitement of the chase, instead of searching for people, search for common values and interests first and foremost, to save yourself from nearly 2 decades of broken romances. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this story time charusharu episode, slightly off of the beaten path of what I have done here to date. Let me know if you liked this kind of video. Thanks again to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Their stuff is truly quality, and it really does smell so good. And how about you? Are you looking for a girlfriend or boyfriend? Are you already deep in love? Or are you happy with your anime waifu or husbando? And if so, who are they? I'm curious what you have to say, and as always, let's chat.